with Breyer leaving the bench?
Let him make whatever statement he's going to make.
The SFMN DC Bureau following the latest from the Supreme Court. A young musician in Fort Myers.
To be able to go to New York City.
Getting the opportunity of a lifetime. And rivalry night at the FTX Arena.
Hero steps into a triple and buries it.
As the Knicks visit the house of the Heat. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Jolene Davis.
And I'm Zitlali Solate. Today is Thursday, January 27th, 2022.
From the South Florida Media Network's Biscayne-based studios in North Miami, this is SFMN Newsbreak.
Justice, the Supreme Court Stephen Breyer has reportedly decided to retire from the bench. Justice Breyer could make the announcement from the White House as early as today, and President Biden is expected to select a judge who is a black woman to replace him.
And one of the front runners is from South Florida. Reporter Daniela Jaramillo from SFMN's Washington, D.C. Bureau has more from outside the Supreme Court building.
Following the retirement of Supreme Court Justice Stephen Breyer, a Miami local and District Court Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson might become the first black woman to hold his position.
There are several names already in circulation as possible replacements for Breyer. Among them, one of the leading candidates is Judge Ketanji Brown, a former Supreme Court clerk for Breyer. Born in Washington, D.C. and raised in Miami, she was vetted recently by Biden and his team and confirmed to the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals to fill the seat left vacant by Attorney General Merrick Garland. The circuit is seen as a forum for the High Court, and the move was meant to groom her for a justice position if a vacancy came open.
When you become a judge, you take an oath to look only at the law in deciding your cases, that you set aside your personal views about the circumstances, the defendants, or anything else.
The upcoming nomination and confirmation fight are now expected to dominate Washington for weeks. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is looking to move quickly following a similar timeline that Republicans used to confirm conservative Justice Amy Coney Barrett in 2020. The upcoming midterm elections and the political calendar loom over Democrats. The Democratic Party currently has the slimmest of majorities in the Senate, with Vice President Kamala Harris as a tie-breaking vote. This adds urgency for Biden to act quickly before the Senate potentially changes hands.
Another potential nominee on President Biden's shortlist is California's Supreme Court Justice Leander Kruger. This is consistent on his pledge on nominating a black woman. This is Daniela Jaramillo on Washington, D.C., reporting for the South Florida Media Network.
The urgent maritime search for missing boaters off the coast of Florida continues this morning. 38 are missing after the boat capsized Saturday. So far, one person's been rescued, another's been found dead after a boat that took off from Bimini to Jacksonville capsized due to bad weather. Now to race against time to find the survivors.
Every moment that passes, it becomes much more dire and unlikely that anyone could survive in those conditions.
The Coast Guard is currently searching the debris fields for more survivors. Authorities suspect they were part of a human smuggling operation. The survivor, who was rescued by a Good Samaritan on Tuesday, is now being interviewed by the Department of Homeland Security.
The family of an autistic man who died in a group home near Orlando is pursuing a lawsuit this morning. They announced a wrongful death suit yesterday. The Walker family claims they improperly restrained their son, Caleb Walker, for 20 minutes and ended up killing him.
Caleb was my baby. We tried so hard to take care of him as best as we could, and then we tried to trust other people. They promised they would take care of him.
The family brought on a civil rights attorney for their case. They hope the announcement of the lawsuit will bring light to it.
After their frequency has dropped over the years, shark bites are on the rise. According to the Florida Museum of Natural History, 2021 saw 73 unprovoked attacks globally, which is an increase after 3 consecutive years of decline. Although the U.S. leads this trend with 47 last year, the likelihood of becoming a victim is very low, as all but all of those attacks happen on the Atlantic coast.
They deserve to be number 1 in the East right now. The Miami Heat on fire as they defeat the New York Knicks. Last night, Duncan Robinson led the Heat with 25 points to solidify the win against the Knicks, shooting 7-11 from the three-point range. Tyler Hero was available to play after being out from health and safety protocols. He had 21 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists, as if being out for a week meant nothing. He played like he never left. Miami Heat left the building with a final score 110-96.
An unexpected visitor from the north for Florida students, some of whom have never seen snow.
That's still ahead, and so is the story.
It's just really exciting to be from Fort Myers and to be able to go to New York City.
How do you get to Carnegie Hall? For a talented young musician from Fort Myers, the answer was practice, practice, practice. Don't go away. Break will be back in 2 minutes.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
If you love me enough to tolerate my perfect little pets and all their glorious dander, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere. And just growing up the way I grew up, and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
A violinist in Southwest Florida achieving a musical milestone while he's still just a music student. Sure, it was a dream of his to one day play for Carnegie. He had no idea that his dream would come so soon.
The network's Christopher Gomez with the news that was music to his ears.
This beautiful music took time to learn and perfect, and now a Fort Myers High School student, Aiden Persad, will play his violin at the 2022 High School Honors Performance Series at Carnegie Hall.
It's just really exciting to be from Fort Myers and to be able to go to New York City, which is such an amazing place, and to be able to represent my school.
Persad has been preparing for the big stage since 2019.
He's one of those amazing violinists that I thought that it would be perfect for him.
And only the highest rated high school musicians play in this honors concert.
To get to Carnegie Hall and play over there in this particular orchestra, you have to do audition. So we did recording of his piece.
This recording got Aiden his seat on the stage.
Playing violin for me is a really stress-relieving activity. It's really fun, but I also feel like I can express my emotions through playing it.
And soon, Aiden gets to play on the big stage after a 2-year delay due to the pandemic. He's excited.
I really took those 2 years to practice harder and make sure I had what it takes. And I'm really excited to go to Carnegie Hall. It's such an honor.
Aiden will perform with other students from around the world at Carnegie next weekend. For the South Florida Media Network, I'm Christopher Gomez.
A bit of snow has been sprinkled in a Florida classroom. Robin Hughes began doing a lesson on weather and snow when she realized that only 2 of her students had ever seen it. Robin got in touch with her sister Amber Estes and asked her to put together a snowman because she really wanted her students to see snow. At first, she wasn't sure, but after a big snow early January in Kentucky, it was finally made possible.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Julian Davis.
And I'm Zitlali Solati. Get more news anytime at sfmn.fiu.edu.